All right, there we go. I'll just try not to. All right, there we go. Welcome in, Gamer Chick Gonna Win. We're gonna be keeping up with the theme of reduce, reuse, and recycle. In this case, this was a spray painting over a pour painting that I just wasn't quite jamming with. It's of a two-part dolphin. But yeah, this is what we're working with today. And stay. So on my last live stream, somebody with the YouTube name Roberto, he wanted to see all pink. And I posted on YouTube and my Instagram a poll to see what colors people wanted to see it together. And on Instagram, I think it was, we had 50% of people choose pink, 25% chose purple, and 25% chose green, brown, and blue. So for today, we are going to go with the majority and do the all pink today. I am going to cover this canvas in a layer of white paint just to help smooth everything out, to kind of get rid of any lumps and bumps that are left over from the pour painting. Welcome to everybody who's just tuning in. We are doing the reduce, reuse, and recycle method of the canvases. This is a canvas that I've had for a little while. It just wasn't quite working for me, and so I spray painted a dolphin over the top of it. I'm just not really feeling it, and I haven't had any inspiration to do anything different, so we're just going to paint over it today. And this white paint is already really thick, so I'm only going to use a little bit. At this point, I'm not worried about cross-contamination as far as colors go, because this knife has been used to help smooth out other colors, so I'm not too worried if some black gets on the white. If there's anything you want to see me do, or any color combinations that I have yet to cover on any of my live streams, send me a comment and we'll take a look at some color possibilities for next Monday. Also, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to type them out down in the comments. I do read everything on my videos, including my live streams, if I can get to it before they disappear. And yes, we love our blues on this channel. One of my pour paintings from our last live stream Monday actually sold at the Merck Artisans Fair. That made me really happy. And go figure, it was one of my favorites. But hey, I can't keep them all. That'd just be selfish. Actually, I'm doing these fairs to help kind of make room, if anything. I'm a little bit of a hoarder when it comes to my own crafts. Okay. Alrighty. Roberto, if you are there in the comments, send me a message. Let me know you are here. We are going to be doing pink today as you requested from our last live stream. I'm going to set that aside. And here are the pink lineup, or the pink colors for today's pour painting. I think I'm just going to call this one Tropical Pink, or like Tropicana Pink, just because it's got a real lovely like coral feel to it almost. If I can get the lid open without it exploding on me, that would be nice. Focus, there we go. So it's a little bit more orange on camera, but it is a pink, I promise. It's just, I don't know, I get tropical vibes from it, so I'll be calling it Tropicana Pink. Okay, so we've got Tropicana Pink. We have Pony Nose Pink, one of my favorites. We have Penny Princess, which isn't exactly a pink, but there are accents of pink within it. They're just very subtle. And then I've got this one that I just finished mixing up. It looks like it's already kind of leaked a little bit, but maybe we'll call this one Pink Lemonade. Again, also looks more orange on camera, but we'll throw this one in there. I don't trust that bottle. That's the one that opened up on me that one day a long time ago. And then, let's see, what did I call this one? Maybe this one was Penny Princess. I need to start labeling these. Let's take a quick look inside. Ooh, this one's a liquidy one. I'll have to shake that up. Yeah. So it turns out all of my pinks are really similar in color. So to help accent the pinks, I think it would be a good idea to go in with a bit of white and gold, just to kind of break everything up. Okay, let's start filling our cup. Let's start with something strong, Tropicana Pink. Tell me in the comments, do you want to see me either pour straight from the cup, or would you want me to use a large paper tube or the small one? Tell me which one you guys want to see. Cup, large paper tube, small paper tube. And while the comments come in, I will continue filling up the cup. Finicky Firetail says, I've never seen anyone do the large paper tube before. I say that one. Okay, 1 vote for the large paper tube. Let's add in Penny Princess next. Or no, this is Pony Nose Pink. Can't even keep track of my own colors. Oh, better not be paint skins in that one. I knew it! Okay, all good. Just to reiterate, options are cup, large paper tube, small paper tube. What do you want to see? Okay, let's add in our white. I'm gonna go for an off tone, or sorry, an off-white. That's got blue tones thanks to some mica powder that I've added in there. It will not turn things purple, or at least it shouldn't. But it will definitely add some pretty cool elements to it. And of course, for the heck of it, those of you who have kept up with me on my live streams, you know I like my gold. But we won't get too crazy with the gold. I don't want it to outshine the pink. Okay, Gamer Chick Gonna Win says large for me. So 2 votes for the large paper tube. Awesome. If anybody else wants to weigh in before we start to pour, this is your time. Okay, let's go in with this one, homemade copper. Ooh, that one floats, and another paint skin, and just a little one. Copper, what is it with copper and paint skins? Large seems good from Whisker Wolf. Okay. 3 votes for large paper tube it is. Now that we got our colors in there, I'm going to add just a teeny bit more of the white. Keep the contrast up. Okay, there we go. Let's bring this one back into frame. Let's see, reduce that side quite a bit. Let's, oh yeah, that's right, I gotta be careful. So last time when I did this and I did like a little twist on the fresh paint, it actually left behind a circular indent, which can be cool if that's the effect you're going for, but I don't ever really plan for particular effects. I've learned not to expect a whole lot from the pour paintings, just because they seem to always have a mind of their own. Let's see if I can get you guys into a window. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. Whoops. See, it's already leaking out the bottom. Okay, well, let's just see what we get. Coming out of the cup looks like a little color river. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Pouring the paint out of the cup is always fun. And let's scoot you guys over a little bit. Just because I feel like this one might need it. It's kind of giving me Sherbert Dream Orange Sickle feel from one of my previous videos. So if that's what's going to happen, then I want to pull out the Lazy Susan and spin it out. Finicky Firetail says, love the pink theme, not too orange, not too pink. I agree, thank you. And all of these pinks that I've added onto the canvas here, ooh, that's cool. They are homemade, meaning I mixed them all myself. And it's not just red and white, it's red, yellow, orange, and white. So there are elements of orange already in there, but it's not the main feature. It looks edible. Oh dear. Well, this paint is non-toxic, but I do not recommend. I've seen online pictures of water cups that say, this is not coffee, or something like, warning, paint water, don't drink. And I don't freehand art anymore, or at least I do every once in a while, but I feel like that might be something I want to look into. Because, you know, when you're working on something late at night and you're a little bit thirsty and a little bit tired and drowsy, you can do some pretty funny things like drink paint water. Again, never recommended, but it just sometimes happens. I'm not gonna say it hasn't happened to me, but thankfully I can, you know, I smelled it before it reached my tongue. Paint water smells very different to coffee. Okay, I like these little itty bitty cells that we're getting here. I really want to keep those. We'll see if a turn on the Lazy Susan helps us to keep them. I might do this. Gamer Chick, what is it with you and Sherbert? That seems to be your like absolute favorite. I think it's adorable. Actually, what would be even more cute is if somebody had a pet lizard and named them Sherbert or something, you know? I think that would be so cute. Okay, let's get this onto the Lazy Susan and see if we can't stretch this out just a little bit. Let me swing you guys around. Okay, there we go. Might get a little obnoxiously loud, and for that, I'm sorry. This thing isn't exactly quiet. I just gotta make sure I don't hit the edges. This is a larger canvas than what I normally work on, but I'm gonna make it work. Whoops. that was a good spin. Oh, man. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. I kind of like what's going on right here. One more and we'll call it good. All right. Let's swing you guys back around. Okay. You're funny, Whisker Wolf. One day, I am working on collecting enough videos of me spinning my artwork around, and I will definitely add it to that song. Whoa, oh, hang on. Why are you doing this to me? Stay. You good now? Happy? Uno pod? It's not a tripod. Although I should probably get myself one here soon. I'll work with what I've got. There we go. Cover those edges. All right. And that's our first pink, entirely, mostly pink painting. I'll bring it up to you guys so y'all can get a closer look. Nice little swoopy swoop. That looks cool. What if they made candy based off this art? That would be phenomenal. Some more swoops. Very nice. So I do think that is possible. I've seen some YouTube channels where like all they do is candy, and you can color chocolate, like modeling chocolate or sugar glaze. I don't know if you'll get swirls and little layers of ribbons like this, but it's not impossible. Honestly, I would love to see something like that. Okay, we will set that one aside to dry. And now we will do one more. So because the other 25%, if I'm thinking I'll add in the other 25% for the next live stream that we do next Monday, and kind of give those a second chance to see if anybody else wants to give those a go. Just because I feel like it would be fair that way. That way I can, I like to make pictures in two. So most often than not, I'll do 2 canvases, sometimes 3. But I noticed if they look better when I have 2 canvas with the same colors and different effects. That's just me. So this one, I'm not going to bother with covering it. I want to see if that does anything to change. Go away. I want to see if that really changes anything. And for those of you who want to give this a try, I like to use all kinds of different paint. I've got paint from folk art that I will sometimes mix with cryology. Cry? JK. But I got this from the dollar store. And I also found this, I also found this one from the dollar store. I'm not familiar with it, but any kind of different paint brands you can mix together, I guarantee, without a doubt, you will get some really cool effects. So it doesn't matter if you're on a budget and all you can afford is dollar store paint. I actually stocked up on dollar store paint, but if you mix the dollar store paint with different what am I trying to say? Like different amounts of water. Some people have even mixed in glue or dish soap, which I'm curious about that one. I don't think dish soap would make a good additive to paint, but some people have done it. The idea is to add a variety of viscosities to the paints. Most of my paints are just wherever I buy them from, whatever brands they might be, and water. You know, maybe a couple dollar store paints added in to get the right tones that I'm looking for. But other than that, I just keep it simple. And it's worked out lovely for me. If you guys decide to give this a try, take some pictures, send them to me, or take a video and send it to me so I can share it on my platforms. I want to see what you guys do. I want to see what you guys make. Okay, let's get this new pink that I just finished making. A little bit of that in there. Which this pink is more of a pinky pink. Okay, that's good enough for the cup. And let's keep the theme going. We'll reuse this one. I don't think you guys will have much of a viewing window this time around. I apologize. Let's see if I can keep it in the tube this time. Yeah, that looks really pretty. Okay, and while I have the cup out here, let's just go ahead and grab those edges. Or at least whatever the cup is willing to give us. I think I'll do just a straight up release of this paper tube instead of drag it all around like I did the first time. Let's go. This one's a bit more intense. Is it? No, not really. Okay. These two might actually look pretty similar today. Wouldn't that be nice? I didn't add as much white as I did with the first one. Ooh, but we got some cells. Okay, I'll stretch it down here a little bit. I also have the camera pretty close to the pour painting, so I'm just trying not to get my phone covered in paint. So I apologize if I go out of frame briefly. Okay. Oh, very soft, very subtle. Okay, so the sunlight coming in, you're seeing a lot more orange and yellows picking up on the... I promise that's the gold, but it's not nearly as orange in person as it is on camera. So I'm going to take care of that corner edge right up here that's out of camera. And I don't think I'll spin this one. I kind of like what it's doing, just on its own. All right. That looks pretty good. Here's a close-up. Focus. Got some nice ribbons. Teeny tiny little cells going on right there. And that's pretty. Giving me strawberry sundae vibes. Ooh. I like that webbing. Lacing? I don't know exactly what they call it in the art world, but I like it. All right, there we go. So that is it for today. If you enjoyed your time here during the live stream, please follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll get notified when I go live. I have been enjoying these thoroughly. It's a lot of fun, and I like reading the comments and responding to you guys. If you have any ideas for future videos or topics you would like for me to cover just one-on-one, let me know. Feel free to send me comments, or if you do arts like this, I want to see what you guys do, so send me the pictures. And if there's anything else, you have ideas or questions, don't feel. Just don't feel. I have not finished all of my coffee, and this seems to be a continual habit of mine. Anyways, I'm saying subscribe if you had fun. Like the video when it comes out. Share it with your friends and family. Let them know I go live every Monday, 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. All right, I will see you guys next Monday. Bye for now.